Let's get right into it. Number 10. Manual Drivin. The whole concept of manually controlling a car is heading for the history books. Self-driving cars are getting better every year. Companies like Tesla are turning cars into smartphones on wheels. Just like your smartphone updates itself while you sleep, your future car will do the same. Insurance companies are already planning to make manual driving more expensive. Their logic is simple. Humans make mistakes, computers don't. So if you insist on driving yourself, you'll pay more. Some experts predict that by 2045, manual driving might be illegal on public roads. You'll have to take your manual car to a special track, like how people today take horses to riding schools. Your kids will never learn to parallel park. They'll never know the panic of stalling at a green light with angry drivers honking behind them. Instead, they'll just tell their car where to go, then take a nap or watch a movie on the way there. Number 9. Passwords. The bane of your digital existence. You probably have about 100 of them by now, and they're all supposed to be different, complex, and changed every few months. But passwords are on their way out. They're being replaced by something you can't forget or lose: your body parts. Your face, fingerprints, eyes, and even the way you walk will become your new passwords. Some banks are already using voice recognition when you call them. Your phone probably unlocks by scanning your face or fingerprint. Companies are working on systems that can identify you by your heartbeat pattern. Your actual heartbeat has a unique rhythm, like a biological password that's always with you. But switching to biometrics has a dark side. If someone steals your password, you can just change it. But if someone steals your fingerprint data or face scan, you can't exactly grow new fingers or get a new face. Some hackers have already figured out how to fool facial recognition with 3D printed masks. They've even managed to trick fingerprint scanners with gummy bear copies of fingerprints. Your security could literally be defeated by candy. Microsoft says a majority of their employees already don't use passwords anymore. They use something called passkeys, a combination of biometrics and device authentication. In about 10 years, trying to remember a password will be like trying to remember a phone number. Number 8. Shopping malls. Back in the 80s and 90s, malls were basically teenage paradise. They were like mini-cities where you could waste time, waste money, and maybe even get your first kiss behind the orange Julius. But these retail dinosaurs are dying off at an alarming rate. Malls are incredibly expensive to run. Imagine trying to heat and cool a building the size of several football fields. And with online shopping, why drive to the mall when you can buy the same stuff from your couch? Some of these dead malls are getting creative with their afterlife. One former mall in Tennessee is now a church. Another in Rhode Island became a community college. Some have even turned into Amazon warehouses. It's like the killer moving into the victim's house. Future generations won't understand mall culture references. They'll watch movies from the 80s and wonder why people are just walking around inside buildings. They'll never know the thrill of pretending to shop at stores you can't afford, or the art of avoiding the aggressive perfume samplers. Number 7. Charging cables. Every device you own needs its own special cable right now. Your phone, tablet, laptop, smartwatch, and electric toothbrush all have their own hungry mouths to feed. But wireless charging is about to make all these cables extinct. Not just the charging pads we have now. Those are like the black and white TV of wireless charging. Scientists are working on true wireless charging. Imagine walking into a room and your phone starts charging automatically. No pads, no cables, just pure wireless power beaming through the air. Companies like Xiaomi have already shown off tech that can charge your phone from across the room. It's like Wi-Fi, but instead of internet, it's sending power. All these charging cables we're throwing away are creating mountains of e-waste. Millions of tons of copper and plastic just sitting in landfills. These cables take hundreds of years to decompose. Your great-great-grandkids will still be able to dig them up. Some scientists are worried about what happens when you have multiple devices all beaming power around in the same space. It might mess with pacemakers or other medical devices. Companies are already testing wireless charging roads for electric cars. Imagine your car charging while you drive. No more range anxiety, just endless power flowing into your car. In a few decades, your grandkids will find old charging cables in a museum next to the dinosaurs. They'll say, "You had to physically plug in your phone to charge it?" Number 6. Paper receipts. That harmless-looking piece of paper the cashier hands you is actually toxic. It's coated in BPA or BPS, chemicals that can mess with your hormones. Store workers who handle receipts all day have about 30% more of these chemicals in their system than the average person. They're getting a bonus with every transaction, except instead of cash, it's toxic chemicals. These receipts are basically immortal. You can't recycle them because the chemicals contaminate the whole recycling batch. You can't compost them because they're thermal paper coated in plastic, so they just sit in landfills, refusing to break down. Like that one relative who overstays their welcome. We cut down about 10 million trees every year just to make these toxic strips of paper that nobody wants. We're destroying forests to create garbage that poisons retail workers. Major retailers are switching to digital receipts, and some countries are even banning paper ones. Soon, getting a paper receipt will be as outdated as paying by check or using a fax machine. Number 5. Human cashiers. Right now, about 40% of grocery stores use self-checkout machines. By 2030, that number is expected to hit 95%. Stores can actually lose more money from theft with self-checkout. But the companies don't care because paying for stolen items is still cheaper than paying human workers. A self-checkout machine doesn't need health insurance or bathroom breaks. It doesn't call in sick because its kid has the flu. And it definitely won't ask for a raise. Stores found that lonely elderly people would sometimes buy small items they didn't need just to talk to the cashier. Now they're talking to a machine that keeps telling them to place items in the bagging area. Brief social interactions with cashiers can improve people's mood and mental health, but fast food places are already replacing cashiers with touch screens. Banks are pushing people to use ATMs instead of tellers. Even movie theaters are making you buy tickets from a kiosk. A professional cashier can scan about 40 items per minute. The average customer at self-checkout? Only 15 items per minute. Some stores are now using AI to track your facial expressions at self-checkout. If you look confused or frustrated, it alerts the one remaining human employee to come help you. So not only are we losing human interaction, we're being watched by machines to see how we feel about it. Number 4. Physical wallets. Physical wallets are dying faster than my phone battery at 1%. And it's not just because we're all going digital. It's because carrying a wallet these days is like walking around with a museum in your pocket. Even that grumpy hot dog vendor who used to yell cash only now takes Apple Pay. The only people still using cash are your grandma and drug dealers. Your physical wallet is basically a time capsule of stuff you don't need anymore. Those loyalty cards from stores that closed 5 years ago. That gym membership card from your New Year, New Me phase in 2019. Our phones have become our everything, our cameras, our maps, and now our money. And unlike your wallet, your phone can't get fat from collecting receipts. In Sweden, only about 13% of people still use cash. They're so cashless that even their homeless people can take card payments with actual card readers. But your physical wallet can't get hacked by a sketchy public Wi-Fi connection. No one's ever gotten their identity stolen because they dropped their leather wallet in a puddle. Kids born today might never know what a real wallet feels like. They'll probably think it's some ancient artifact, like a VHS tape or a sense of privacy, a piece of history that can't run out of battery. Number 3. USB flash drives. USB flash drives were like the cockroaches of the tech world. They just wouldn't die. You'd find them everywhere, in drawers, under couches, even in your washing machine, after forgetting to check your pockets. But these digital survivors are finally heading towards extinction. People called it sneakernet, because you had to use your sneakers to physically transfer data. But cloud storage has made these little guys about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Why carry around a stick that holds 64 gigabytes when you can access terabytes of data from anywhere with an internet connection? These things were like socks in a dryer. They had a magical ability to disappear when you needed them most. And everyone remembers the safe eject ritual, where you'd click safely remove hardware and pray you wouldn't corrupt your files. Half the time people would just yank them out anyway, living life on the edge. The real nail in the coffin was the rise of super-fast external SSDs. These new drives are like USB sticks on steroids, faster, tougher, and with way more storage. Most new laptops don't even come with regular USB ports anymore. It's all USB-C now, making your old flash drive collection about as useful as a library of VHS tapes. The USB flash drive is becoming another tech fossil, earning its place in the tech graveyard with floppy disks and dial-up modems. Number 2. Physical keys. The average person spends about 2.5 days of their life looking for lost keys. That's like binge-watching all of Breaking Bad twice, just to find something you probably left in your other pants. Keys aren't just disappearing from our pockets, they're getting replaced by some seriously advanced technology. Imagine walking up to your front door with your hands full of groceries. The door recognizes your face and opens up automatically. Some new systems can even tell if you're stressed or being forced to enter against your will. If someone's holding a gun to your head, the system notices your stress levels and silently alerts the police. Car keys are getting replaced too. Tesla already switched to phone apps. When their app crashed, hundreds of Tesla owners got locked out of their cars. Imagine explaining to your date why you can't drive home because your car is having a software update. In Sweden, thousands of people have gotten microchips implanted in their hands. They use these chips to unlock doors, pay for stuff, and access various services. It's essentially turning humans into walking keys. But digital locks can get hacked. Traditional keys can't get hacked unless someone's really good with a 3D printer. Traditional keys don't need software updates or batteries. Your great-grandfather's key would still work today, but good luck using Windows 95 to unlock your smart door. Number 1. A night sky full of stars. Right now, about 80% of Americans can't see the Milky Way from where they live. That's like having a 4K TV but only being able to watch in 240p. Scientists say that by 2050, most people won't be able to see any stars at all. We're literally losing the night sky, one light bulb at a time. Every time we add more streetlights, billboards, or car dealership spotlights, we're creating something called sky glow. It's like putting a giant lampshade over our cities. The light bounces off particles in the air and creates this artificial glow that drowns out the stars. Animals are getting completely messed up by this. Baby sea turtles that should be following moonlight to the ocean are crawling toward parking lots instead. Birds are flying into buildings because they can't tell up from down anymore. Our bodies evolved with a day-night cycle, but now our cities never get dark. In 1994, during a massive power outage in Los Angeles, people called 911 because they saw a giant silvery cloud in the sky. It was the Milky Way. These people had never seen their own galaxy before. A recent study found we're losing about 10% of our visible stars every single year. At this rate, your grandkids might only know stars from history books and YouTube videos. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.